Yes, the 4th District comprises of Southbridge, the riverfront, both sides of the river, Christina Landon over by the Salvation Army side, and Justice and Landon over by the movie theater. All of the riverfront, downtown, part of the east side, south of 9th Street, Midtown, Brandywine and Trinity vicinity, and a little slither of West Center City. So I typically say that the 4th District is comprised of 7 communities, and it is one of the most diverse districts out of all 8 in the city of Wilmington. So my journey in 2017 was pretty interesting. I set out to address a lot of the topics and concerns that my constituents had shared with me actually on the campaign trail, and also regarding my platform. And my platform was around public safety, economic development, education, and empowerment. Those were the 4 main pillars of my campaign, my platform, and the areas that I had learned that my constituents needed support. So in 2017, around public safety, in one of my communities on the east side, we actually was able to do a peace walk as it related to how the community could come together. So I was able to organize the community to do a peace walk after a number of shootings had taken place, primarily on the east side, and then there was some horrific type of things going on over on the west side with a mother and her 2 children. A lot of the people in the community knew about that. So I thought, as the council person and as the leader in my district, that I wanted to organize a peace walk. So I feel really good about the peace walk that we held over on the east side around public safety. As it relates to economic development, I was able to work with one of my communities to get some 18 to 22 jobs over in Southbridge. There is a company that is going to install a solar farm over in Southbridge, and I was able to work with the community leaders around establishing 18 to 22 jobs. So I feel very good about that. As it relates to education, as we know, the state of Delaware, education is under the jurisdiction of the state, but however, as we all know, our Governor Carney has an initiative that he is working on in the Christina School District, which is in the 4th District. So I've been attending his town hall meetings. I have been speaking with educators to find out how the community could work better with the school district to help them to reach the goals that they're trying to reach to support our children in the 4th District. And then last but not least, civic engagement was another one of my goals this year, empowering civic associations as it relates to getting them started, the ones that were not active, those that were active but there wasn't a lot of participation, helping them to be more active and grow and get stronger. So I've been able to help in that capacity, mainly on the east side, one over on the west side near Trinity vicinity. They were not active, they are now active. We got officers, we have leadership there. And then the Neighborhood Planning Council, it was kind of inactive, and we are now very strong. As a matter of fact, our community leaders are putting in proposals. So around the community engagement part, I can see where there were some strides made there. So I feel pretty good about 2017 in terms of what I said I would do and what I was able to accomplish. And of course, we know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm just getting started. But as it relates to what I said I was going to do and what I was able to accomplish, I was able to work with the community and get some of those things done.
In an attic, miniature construction worker figurines aim jackhammers into the holes of a leather belt. Standing on scaffolding, painter figurines work on the back of a red high-heeled shoe while others appear to paint the tip. Under a bed, a figurine of a patient lies tucked in the pocket of a white shirt while doctor and nurse figurines stand nearby. Mechanic figurines install a SIM card into a laptop. Nearby, more figurines stand among numerous household items. Your stuff can help fund job training and placement in your community. The Goodwill and Ad Council logos appear. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
I was fortunate to be able to sponsor about 4 pieces of legislation solely this year. A piece of legislation that served the Southbridge community around the wetlands. The wetlands is a pretty big topic as it relates to the Southbridge community. I was able to sponsor a piece of legislation to help that project to move along. I was able to sponsor legislation for the community education building, which is down on 12th and French Street, as it relates to the trafficking to support the children, making sure that they were safe. So there was legislation that needed to be sponsored around that. And the other 2 were around a savings for the city of Wilmington, direct deposits. The city of Wilmington had the majority of the employees were getting direct deposit, and there was a percentage that was not. So I was able to sponsor the legislation to make sure that all City of Wilmington employees are now going to get direct deposit, and that's a savings for the city. It's just a win-win for the city and for the employees as well. So yes, I was able to sponsor those pieces of legislation. Two of the areas that I realized needed support and needed a lot of advocacy, and it was our children, our youth, and our seniors. So once I got elected, I made it a part of my plan in 2017 to make sure that I had the opportunity to go before my seniors, to have FaceTime with them, to find out how I could better support them in their living environments. In the 4th District, I have 4 high-rises in the 4th District: Windsor, Compton, Hurley, and Sacred Heart. So this year I was able to go to all of the high-rises, do chat and choose with them, do socks and candy giveaways. I met them for Halloween. We did Halloween parties, we did Christmas parties. So I was able to reach out, I was able to give back, and I was able to listen and learn as to how I could advocate for them. One of the areas of concern for them and one of the high rises was the elevator not working, and I was very happy to know that I could use my the space that I'm in to get that resolved for them. And so that was just a great feeling, and I was just happy that they were able to get their elevator working with as many seniors as they have in the high rise. That really was a great thing. So the seniors, I was able to connect with them and meet with them and listen and learn from them. And then I had the opportunity to connect with one of our youth leaders that is doing a excellent job on the east side, who is working with our children from about 5 to 12. So I was able to visit that program, understand and learn how I could best support and be there for the leader as it related to getting support from the community. So I've been able to reach out to my seniors and reach out to some of the youth leaders this year, and I know next year there's more that needs to be done that I plan to do. there were several new businesses that opened up downtown. Starting with the riverfront, we have the Riverfront Pet Shop that opened. What used to be Extreme Pizza on 2nd and Market Street is now Chickies. Moving up Market Street, BPG opened up another MKT property on 7th and Market. The U Dairy Creamery opened up on Market between 8th and 9th. Going down 9th Street, MKT opened up another property on 9th and Orange Street. And right across the street, we have Bulls Bay Caribbean Cuisine that opened up, which is a great place, got great food and environment. And then down on 12th and Market, we have a new Walgreens pharmacy. It's just a pharmacy, not a full-fledged store, but a pharmacy that opened up on 12th and Market Street. So we had quite a few businesses to open up downtown on Market Street this year. The private sector versus the local government sector, I think the distinct difference to me is that the private sector is more of a controlled environment. I feel as though the years that I spent in that environment really prepared me for the local government environment as it relates to just learning how to work with different groups of people, different personalities, and learning how to agree to disagree. Having a professional career for 35 plus years, obviously I learned how to work with different people, many people, in a way that we can agree to disagree. So the skills and experience from the private sector has helped me a lot in the local government sector, because I find that just the organizational structure and how people get their jobs and all of those types of things makes it a different culture and a different environment. I think that's the best way that I can put it, but it is different. But I feel as though the skills and the experience that I'm bringing from the private sector has helped me to navigate in that environment.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. Getting that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration.
An innovator.
To be a teacher.
Think you can change my life?
Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something?
Then do it.
I dare you.
So I'll be honest with you, the word politician has always been a word that I stayed away from. So I will say that I've always seen myself as a servant and a public servant. I've always been involved in helping people in the community before getting elected. I've always been involved in helping, even on my job, with interns that come to our organization. I've always been involved with helping them, mentoring them on the job. I've always been involved in the community, serving as president, serving on nonprofit boards, and even being very involved in the church environment. I've been a part of leadership in the church environment for 25 plus years. So I've been serving in the church, serving in the community, and even serving in a leadership role on my job. So I've always been a servant, and so now I'm a public servant. So that's pretty much the way that I see it. But to say I anticipated being a politician one day, probably not, but I've always been interested in serving people and wanting the best for my community and for my city. So I'm not surprised that I'm here. The biggest aha for me as it relates to how I think about government is that people need to be informed and educated. I feel as though that the public or the community, they are not aware of the power that they really have. And so being inside and on this side of government, that has been the biggest aha in terms of the people needing to understand their power and the power of their voices is very, very, very important.
150 over 90.
180 over 111.
160 over 110. I had a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a stroke are far from invisible or silent. If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
So two things come to mind that were very, very, I feel, great, amazing things that were impactful for the community. And one is partnering with businesses in the 4th District to give to some of the organizations that came to me wanting funding. And so instead of me having to go and request grants and funding from discretionary funds, I was able to partner with businesses to give funds to different organizations within the community. So that's one of the things that I feel very good about, being able to partner the businesses with some of the organizations in the community that need resources. So now they have a relationship, these organizations have a relationship with some of the businesses, and they can now go to them and they can begin to move forward and build upon their relationship within the community here within the 4th District. So that is one of the things that I feel really good about, that I feel was a major step forward. And then the other area that I feel was a major move forward was working with the Southbridge community to get this particular company to get the people from the community to work on the project versus going to a temporary agency to get workers. So economic empowerment, bringing jobs to the community, getting organizations to partner with businesses to be able to get funding. I think that's huge. So one thing about this position, we don't create jobs, but we can help to create an environment for businesses to come here to offer jobs to those that live in the city of Wilmington. So I'm very excited about supporting the River's Edge project. It's going to be another port here in the city of Wilmington. There's going to be 2 new ports here coming to Wilmington that's going to bring in thousands of jobs. So just being supportive, helping to just lobby the support and the advocacy for those projects to succeed is what I've been doing as a council person. So as I said, we don't create the jobs, but we can be supportive and we can step in and be there for those that are trying to create the jobs. And many people may or may not know, but there are, like I said, thousands of jobs are going to be coming to the city of Wilmington as it relates to the River Edge project. And then there's also the Edgemore project. So 2 new ports are coming to the city of Wilmington, and that's huge too. And it's going to bring in thousands of jobs. So that's exciting to me, being able to support that work. I feel that hindsight is always one of the best experiences. So when I think about my journey over this last year, I definitely have been thinking about what I could do better and what I could do differently. And one of the things that I want to do better is mainly help to empower the community again to use their voices, to make a difference, and to help them to understand that as taxpayers that they deserve good service, okay? And not only that, but to continue to work collaboratively with my council colleagues together to come up with ideals and suggestions in terms of how we can make and move, not make, but move, be supportive in moving the city of Wilmington forward. And it's a collaborative effort. So I want to continue to work with my council colleagues and continue to work with the administration. I mean, we all work together, and we all are working for the same thing as it relates to making it a better Wilmington. In 2018, my constituents can look forward to me as a legislator. They can look forward to me voting and sponsoring legislation that's going to help improve the quality of their lives. They can look forward to me working with my council colleagues to create an environment to bring more jobs to the city of Wilmington, more businesses rather, to the city of Wilmington that can offer more jobs to our constituents. And they can look forward to me being there to support them and to guide them and to direct them as it relates to their community concerns.